So on this episode 2 of FlavorFul Vegan, I'm doing like a Thanksgiving meal. Shepherd's pie, vegan macaroni and cheese, and vegan collard greens. So for the shepherd's pie, personally, I use Beyond Meat, Beyond Beef. I got it upside down. And every time I cook, y'all probably gonna see green peppers, red peppers, onions, and garlic. So on the first episode, my mom told me, she said, why don't you got the vegetables already cut up? When I look at cooking shows, the vegetables usually already be cut up. People ain't got time to be watching you cut vegetables. So I cut the vegetables up this time. And for the shepherd's pie, I'm using this Lipton onion powder to add additional flavor to it. So to get started, I'm gonna put the Beyond Beef in a little glass pan. A little bit of the green peppers, the red peppers, the onions and garlic, and the shepherd's pie. A lot of vegetables. You gotta put a lot of vegetables in. Well, I do anyway. And then a hometown favorite seasoning that I use. I haven't used much of it though, I ain't gonna lie, but the K-Town crack seasoning. Put that in with the shepherd's pie. And dry aged balsamic vinegar. Pink Himalayan salt. And then for flavor, I remember like growing up, my grandmother and my mother, they used to use this Lipton onion powder in their meatloaf. So since I'm using Beyond Beef and I wanted to use it for a shepherd's pie, like I'm gonna put this in there. So. And then I already got my mashed potatoes cut up. I use red mashed potatoes to make mashed potatoes or whatever. I use red potatoes because like my thought process when I think of potatoes, I use the darkest potato because it has received the most sun. It's the healthiest potato. You know what I mean? So sweet potato is actually the healthiest potato, then red potatoes, then gold potatoes, then white potatoes. That's how the levels of health go in my thought process. So with the potatoes, mashed potatoes, I use garlic salt, garlic powder, fresh garlic, plant butter, and unsweetened almond milk. You know what I mean? Because most people use milk or they use the thickener stuff or whatever for their mashed potatoes and regular butter, but I'm just doing it from a vegan perspective. So I'm getting ready to put this in the oven on 350 for a while, and I'm gonna come back with the shepherd's pie done, and I'm gonna show you how I make collard greens and vegan mashed potatoes. So for the shepherd's pie, I already done cooked the Beyond Meat with the red peppers, the green peppers, onions, and I added carrots and peas. I didn't tell y'all that at the beginning. So after you get through making your mashed potatoes, I put my mashed potatoes on top with like a wooden spoon or a wooden fork. Put my mashed potatoes on top. And then you bake your mashed potatoes, but when you get through putting them on top, you put your seasonings on it, and you put garlic pepper or salt and pepper or whatever you want on top of your potatoes. Chives, that's a good idea too. I think I'm gonna put chives on top of my potatoes. But you put your mashed potatoes on, you lay it flat, and then you bake it for about 15 more minutes, and you put your seasonings on top, and then you're done with your shepherd's pie. So this is the finishing product of the shepherd's pie. Bussin'. So I ain't gonna waste y'all time and show y'all me cutting up collard greens or whatever. But what I do with my collard greens, first of all, they cut up in the pot already. I add what I told you, the 4 ingredients that y'all gonna normally see me have. Green pepper, red pepper, onions, and garlic to my collard greens, right? And then I'm gonna add some more aged balsamic vinaigrette to it. And the trick to making them bust that my woman introduced me to, she told me, baby, why don't you put vegan broth in the collard green? She said, baby, put vegan broth in the collard greens now. I seen this girl do it on YouTube. Why don't you do it? So I started adding vegan broth to the collard greens. You know what I'm saying? Vegetable broth. Why I keep calling everything vegan? Vegetable broth to the collard greens. And a little pink Himalayan salt. Fill it up with water and plant butter. Busting off the chain. Let them cook for no longer than an hour. You don't want them withered and not, you know what I mean, not have no texture or whatever. So cook them about an hour. And there you go, you have the collard greens. The ingredients is fresh garlic, peppers, green peppers, red peppers, onions, vegetable broth, aged balsamic vinaigrette, pink Himalayan salt, and plant butter. So I normally don't eat like vegan cheeses or whatever because I don't know what's in them. Majority of the time when I eat vegan cheese, but if I do, I use one that melts easy, and just like is the one that melts easy. So it has to be a special occasion or something for me to eat macaroni and cheese. So right now I just put a layer of noodles in. I'm putting the cheese on top, just like how your grandmama made it. You know what I'm saying? Or my mama made it. I'm putting a layer of cheese on top. Let me quit using that spoon trying to be bougie. Trip. You know what I'm saying? Put that on top. I'm just showing y'all, the reason I'm showing y'all the way I make it is because I'm showing y'all that I'm not using no animal products. That's the only thing that matters when you're making vegan food. I'm using plant butter, using vegan cheese. I'm cooking it like my grandma. So I put a scoop of butter on one side. Get off there. Scoop of butter on the other side. And then almond milk. I'm not using the milk that was produced by the animal that originally came out red and they put dye in it to make it white. The cow milk. To make it look white. Because if you seen cow milk in its original form, you wouldn't eat it. You wouldn't eat the bloody colored milk. So first of all, you put noodles down, you put milk down, you put butter down, and you put the cheese on it. So then you double up. I'm doubling up with the noodles. Then I'm gonna add cheese and butter. And I'm gonna come back with y'all with the finishing plate for the Thanksgiving meal. Thank y'all. Peace, love, and plenty of abundance. Continue to succeed. Jill. Because you're one in a million.
You're one in a million.
You're one in a million.
And there's no one like you, baby.
Like you.